National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. Sanders has it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. There again is Cooks, complete. Touchdown, Houston. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He dumps it off to Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He targets England for another grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Let's go now. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to go. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Oh, going for Sanders downfield, and this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And that's complete to Cooks.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A 1st down throw for Mills.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Play action now. Mills.
He gets it to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 on the pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Second and 4. On play action, Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first and 10, Mills.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
And the Texans scoop it. And they had just picked it off to get the football and fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost,
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
They keep it with Barkley on first down.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now Lawrence on first down. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, Bummer? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
From the 38, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Man open, here's Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. To throw, Mills. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They've thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On third down, here's Pierce.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
show part of